Hey, it's ObeliskLPs here, recording Terra Craft Tower. I know I did a face cam, or at least I hope I did a face cam list episode. I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a face cam or not. But here's hoping that I can have a face cam next episode. My brother convinced me to spawn in limbs, which make the character vomit, and arm sword, which I don't even know what it is, and spaghetti and meatballs. I'm not big on spawning, but I will spawn if I have to. However, we had a little bit of fun screwing around with arms and limbs and meatballs and just being derpy and all, you know what I mean? But anyways, I was watching a video by the talented YouTuber not SSOHPKC, Sly Fox. And he was talking about a video he had watched by the talented YouTuber SSOHPKC. And apparently in this video, SSO talked about his high school experiences and how crapastic they were. And that kind of made me think, dude, that's a good topic to talk about. Talk about your high school experiences. Lord knows I've had bad ones. But anyways, I thought I would talk about my high school experiences and really just why and how I ended up switching schools midway through my junior year. No, but anyways, so I actually switched schools midway through my junior year because I had been having some how shall I put this? Psychological difficulties? Yeah, that makes me sound crazy. I had been having some psychological difficulties. By which I mean I kind of sort of was having some really serious violent thoughts. And I had the brilliant idea to mention these violent thoughts in a school presentation. Yeah, I know. You're all gonna laugh. You're all gonna say, "Oh, you idiot, why would you do something like that? Why would you do something so stupid?" Well, I did not realize how stupid it was at the time. I wasn't thinking, I guess. But anyways, I went and I mentioned these violent thoughts, and to make a long story short, I got the school afraid of me, basically. They were afraid I was gonna hurt someone or myself. So first they put me on a home hospital program, which is, for those of you who don't know, basically it's this program where it's designed for students with like illnesses or something, like cancer or heart conditions, something that'll keep them out of school for a while. But anyways, it's kind of like homeschooling. And they decided that they were going to put me on this program to keep me from hurting anyone until they could figure out what else to do with me. So they put me on home hospital, and that was that for a while there. I mean, that's not the end of the story. I now go to a different school. Anyways, so I made the stupid mistake of mentioning these violent thoughts in school, and they put me on home hospital, I presume, to keep me from hurting me. And it was quite the affair. They had a cop there and all kinds of crap. Hey, it's a G-Man. Yo. God, the G-Man makes weird noises. Is it like the only thing that he says is stuff that starts with G? And he drops gold stuff What did he drop? What did that bastard drop? What did that bastard drop? Abso-freaking-lutely nothing. Oh, a grass block. Really? It's the least that cheapskate could drop for me is a grass block. God. But anyway, so I got put on home hospital and I stayed there for like 2 or 3 months because they just didn't know what to do with me. And while I recently become diagnosed with Aspergers syndrome. For those of you who don't know what Aspergers syndrome is, it's a condition. I can't really think of a better word than that, but I'm sure I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of people out there with Aspergers syndrome. That is similar in nature to autism. Think of it like a high-functioning form of autism. And because I'd been diagnosed with Asperger's, they were more willing, I don't want to say more willing, I'm sure they would have been willing anyways, to work with us. And they ended up putting me... That was actually how I ended up in a new school, is because they wanted to work with us and keep me from hurting anyone at that school, and keep me from being in an environment that made me want to hurt people, while simultaneously keeping my best interests in mind. So, they moved me to a homeschool program. A program titled Hallmark Charter. If you know what Hallmark Charter is, and you'd have to live in Sanger or Fresno or Clovis to know what Hallmark Charter is. It's a program with a heavy focus on homeschooling. And they give you work and you take it home and work on it. Which is actually how I can afford to be recording videos at 3:29 when I would normally be just barely coming home from school. It is because I'm in a program where I take my work home and work on it at home. The nice thing about Hallmark Charter is it left me feeling quite a bit less uncomfortable. It left me feeling quite a bit less uncomfortable and left the school feeling quite a bit more safe. I didn't have to worry that crazy old Bob was going to kill anyone. But anyway, so that's how I ended up in Hallmark Charter. And before that, I attended Sanger High School, which is your normal old high school. Full of douchebags, full of drug users and drug dealers. Not the kind of place that you really want to go, but it's high school. What choice do you got? It's not like college. And I was trying my best to avoid the dealers and the druggies and the badasses, whatever else there was, but to be quite honest, it was not the easiest process in the world. And I know I shouldn't have set my time to midnight, but I wanted to sleep in my bed so that I could set my spawn point. Which kind of sucks because now there's gonna be a bunch of monsters out here again. Like that spider. Come here, spider. Come here. Spider eye. Now if only I had now if only I had the ingredients for enchanting. I could of course spawn an enchanting table, but what would be the point in that? Part of the fun of enchanting is having to go down into the deepest, darkest depths of the abyss to find it. I wonder. Blast. Now I could just break this with my normal pickaxe. It'd take forever, but at least I'll have the obsidian gone. And I don't see myself getting diamonds anytime soon. So anyways, before that, I was attending Sanger High School. And anyone who's been to high school knows what I'm talking about when I say it wasn't a very good place. It was full of druggies, and dealers, and gang bangers, and thugs, and... I mean, there were good people, too, don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad, it wasn't all that great. So I was going there, and before that I'd been going to Quail Lake. And Quail Lake wasn't a bad place either, but it was kind of preppy and kind of douchey. So... I am going to break you, Obsidian. Before that I'd been going to a school called Quail Lake Charter, and it was kind of preppy and kind of douchey. But it was a good school. And the people there really seemed to care about you. But anyways, I digress. When I got to Sanger High, I found out that I had been leading a very sheltered life at Quail Lake. Because I wasn't used to having a bunch of people who didn't give a flying fuck about their homework or about their schoolwork. I actually cared about everything when 90% of the people around me didn't give a rat's ass. So it was a little startling to get to Sanger High and see that nobody gave a rat's ass about doing their homework. God, I am getting tired of waiting for this to break. Screw this. I promised I wouldn't spawn anything else, so I'll get rid of it immediately after I'm done with it. But I'm spawning a diamond pick to see what's in these chests. Come on, break, Obsidian, break. God, if I die, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Wooden hose. Wooden hose. That's what was in the chest. A bunch of wooden hose. At least I got some apples out of it. No, but so before that, I'd been going to Quail Lake Charter, which wasn't really a bad place. And so going to Sanger High was a bit of a shock, because I wasn't used to a school where nobody gave a rat's ass about their homework. I wasn't used to going to a school where nobody gave a rat's ass about their homework. Dude, why did you give me wolf eggs? Why do you spawn wolves out of eggs? I guess the world will never know. At least he gave me a few golden apples. But I'd been going to Quail Lake, and that was a pretty preppy school, so... Ooh, a diamond. And a crap ton of roses. That was a pretty preppy school, so I wasn't really prepared for the reality of Sanger High. They tried to get us ready. They really did. But they failed miserably. I had no idea what Sanger High was going to be like. I did not expect to be surrounded by people who didn't give a flying fuck about their homework and didn't care if they hurt someone, or about the teacher or anything like that. I was used to people who, while they might not have given a fuck, they at least hid their didn't give a fuckness. Gene. Die, G-Man! No, but so I wasn't prepared in the least for Sanger High. He didn't even drop anything. Dirty bastard. So, anyways. The point is, I get there, and I am just shocked as hell at how little people care about their work. Couldn't stand it. And I guess I just sort of have to learn to live with it. People care more at Hallmark, but there's still plenty of people who don't give a flying fuck. And I guess that's just sort of a fact of life. No matter where you go, you're gonna meet people who don't give a fuck. It's really a depressing thought. Because I give a fuck about my work. I give a fuck. But I guess I'm a minority there. And I've been recording for a good long while now, so people, I think I'm going to call it quits on this recording session. My arm is getting tired. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can understand what I meant when I... You know what, screw this, I'm keeping on recording. Because I never really did get around to why Sanger High got me so pissed off. Sanger High was really just a bad place for me. It was already overcrowded as hell. And overcrowded school plus Aspergers equals big mistake. No, you know what? I think I'm done for now. I'll talk more about my high school experience next time. Thanks for watching, people.